Welcome to Antique Coins Information, your go-to channel for discovering the most valuable and rare coins from the United States. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln Wheat pennies, exploring the top 8 rarest and most valuable coins that collectors are eager to own, some of which are worth millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about American coin history, stay tuned as we reveal these extraordinary treasures. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing pieces of American numismatic history, the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent, famously known as the Wheat penny. This small, copper coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but if you know what to look for, it can be a hidden gem in your pocket change. The Lincoln Wheat penny series is an iconic part of U.S. coinage, and the 1941 issue is no exception. First, let's take a step back in history. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first widely circulated U.S. coin to feature a president on its obverse. The reverse featured the now famous wheat ears design, symbolizing prosperity and the nation's agricultural roots. Fast forward to 1941, and the United States was on the brink of entering World War II. Coins from this era carry a sense of history, as they were circulating during a turbulent time in global and American history. Now, let's focus on the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny. One of the first things you'll notice about this coin is its copper composition. Before 1943, these pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. That gives them a satisfying weight and a distinctive reddish-brown tone that collectors love. Unlike modern pennies, which are mostly zinc with a copper coating, the 1941 penny has a solid, almost tangible feeling of history in your hand. The no mint mark designation indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Back in the 1940s, Philadelphia-produced coins typically did not carry a mint mark, unlike coins from Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. This is important for collectors, because mint marks can significantly affect a coin's rarity and value. While millions of 1941 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, factors like condition, wear, and luster can dramatically change what a coin is worth today. Let's talk about condition and grading, because this is where the true value of a 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny comes into play. Numismatists use a grading system ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS-70. Coins in lower grades, which show significant wear and fading of details, are common and may only be worth a few cents to collectors. But coins in higher grades, especially those in mint state or with full luster and sharp details, can fetch prices far beyond their face value. A 1941 no-mint mark penny in fine condition might sell for just a couple of dollars. But if you have a coin in uncirculated condition with no scratches, no discoloration, and strong detail on Lincoln's profile and the wheat ears, you could be looking at a much more serious collector's item. These coins are sought after not only for their history but also for their beauty and rarity in higher grades. Another factor to consider is errors and varieties. While the 1941 no-mint mark penny doesn't have the dramatic error varieties of some other coins, small differences in die alignment, double strikes, or planchet defects can make a coin incredibly valuable. Collectors love these subtle quirks, and some errors from this era have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's worth examining your pennies closely, ideally with a magnifying glass or loupe, to see if yours might have any unique characteristics. Now, if you're just starting to get into coin collecting, the Lincoln Wheat penny is a fantastic entry point. They are widely available, historically significant, and relatively easy to understand. The 1941 penny is especially appealing because it's old enough to carry real historical weight, yet common enough that beginners can still find them in circulation, coin rolls, or online auctions. Many collectors start by simply sorting their pocket change, and it's amazing how often you can stumble upon a coin like this without even looking for it. Speaking of history, imagine holding a 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny and considering what was happening in the world at the time. The United States was recovering from the Great Depression and preparing to enter World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor later that year. People were saving coins, paying with pennies, and living through an era of profound change. That small piece of copper has literally passed through countless hands, each with its own story. When you hold it, you're holding a tiny piece of history. Collectors also love to compare coins from different mints. While the 1941 no-mint mark penny comes from Philadelphia, coins from Denver or San Francisco in the same year have their own charm. Some collectors even try to build a complete set of all Lincoln wheat pennies from 1909 to 1958, including all mint marks and variations. This coin could easily become the centerpiece of such a collection due to its historical significance and the nostalgia it evokes. Now let's discuss pricing and market trends. The value of a 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is influenced by rarity, demand, and condition. While most circulated examples may only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars, coins in exceptional condition are much more desirable. In fact, serious collectors and coin dealers constantly monitor auctions and coin shows to find high-grade examples, and these can sell for significant sums. If your coin has sharp details, lustrous surfaces, and no signs of corrosion, it might be worth much more than you imagined. It's also important to understand how to care for your coins if you're thinking about selling or keeping them. Never clean coins with abrasive materials, harsh chemicals, or scrubbing, as this can drastically reduce their value. Collectors prefer coins in original condition, even if they show some natural wear. Storing coins in protective holders or coin albums can help maintain their quality for years to come. And if you're unsure about a coin's condition, professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide an official grade and help determine its market value. For collectors interested in buying or selling, it's helpful to know where to look. Coin shows, local coin shops, online marketplaces, and numismatic auction sites are all great options. When buying, always ask about the coin's condition, provenance, and any certifications. When selling, having a properly graded coin can make a big difference in what buyers are willing to pay. Knowledge is your greatest asset in numismatics, and learning about specific coins like the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny will give you a significant advantage. The beauty of collecting these coins goes beyond just monetary value. There's a thrill in the hunt, a sense of connection to the past, and a joy in sharing these tiny historical artifacts with others. Whether you're showing them to friends, displaying them in your home, or passing them down to future generations, each coin tells a story. And the Lincoln wheat penny, with its timeless design and historical context, is one of the best storytellers in the numismatic world. So, whether you've stumbled upon a 1941 no-mint mark penny in a jar of coins, inherited it from a relative, or found it at a coin shop, it's worth taking a closer look. Examine the details on Lincoln's profile, the wheat ears on the reverse, and the overall condition of the coin. Consider the history it has witnessed, and the journey it has made over more than 8 decades. With the right condition and a little luck, this humble penny could be more than just a piece of copper. It could be a highly valuable collector's treasure. And speaking of value, if you've been carefully following along, here's the moment many collectors are curious about. A 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in excellent condition, with all its original details intact, can reach a remarkable worth. After evaluating condition, rarity, and collector demand, this coin has a value of $7,398. That's right. A simple Lincoln penny from 1941 could be worth more than a luxury watch or a high-end gadget today, simply because it has survived in such remarkable condition and carries the story of history in every copper detail. So next time you find an old penny in a drawer or a jar of coins, don't dismiss it as just spare change. It could be a 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that represents American history, artistry, and incredible collectible value. Keep it safe, research it, and maybe, just maybe, you could have a small fortune in your hands without even realizing it. The Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a coin, it's a portal into history, a piece of artistry, and for some, a serious collector's prize. Welcome, coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in American numismatic history. The 1942 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent, also famously known as the wheat penny. This coin is more than just a piece of copper, it's a story of American history, the Great War's aftermath, and the artistry and ingenuity of early 20th century coinage. If you're holding one of these coins in your collection, or perhaps just stumbled across it in your change, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Stay with me as we explore why this humble penny could be worth thousands. Let's set the scene. It's 1942, the United States has just entered World War II, and every facet of American life is influenced by the war effort. People are rationing goods, collecting scrap metal, and thinking about the future. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, a staple of American currency since 1909, continues to circulate widely. Its design, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizes both the nation's agricultural roots and the enduring legacy of Lincoln himself. Unlike many coins of the era, the 1942 penny carries no mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the largest coin-producing facility in the country at the time. What makes the 1942 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny so special, and why do collectors value it so highly? The answer lies in several factors, including rarity, condition, historical significance, and errors. While millions of pennies were minted that year, finding one in exceptional condition, meaning crisp details, no corrosion, and minimal wear, is surprisingly rare. Coins that have been stored in coin albums, safe deposit boxes, or collections untouched for decades are especially prized by collectors and investors alike. Let's talk about the design a little deeper. On the obverse, you have Lincoln's profile, designed by the masterful Victor David Brenner. Every line in Lincoln's hair, the curve of his jaw, and the inscription, "In God We Trust," are details that collectors examine closely. The reverse of the coin, with its two wheat ears framing the denomination, 1 cent, evokes the country's agricultural history and the resilience of the American farmer. The word, wheat penny, might sound simple, but to coin collectors, it represents a golden era of American coinage that has since vanished. Now you might wonder, how do you identify a 1942 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny? It's simple. On the obverse, right beneath Lincoln's bust, there is no small D or S mint mark. If there's a mint mark, it means the coin was struck in Denver or San Francisco, and while those are valuable in their own right, the Philadelphia strike without a mint mark has its own unique collectible charm. Additionally, collectors look for sharpness of strike and luster. Coins that have maintained their original mint shine and detailed relief are far more valuable than worn pennies found in circulation. Another reason this coin is cherished is because of its historical context. 1942 was the first full year of wartime coinage restrictions. While the U.S. Mint didn't yet switch to steel pennies, that would come in 1943, copper was becoming a more critical resource for the war effort. This scarcity adds to the allure of pre-war and early war pennies, making them not just coins, but artifacts of a pivotal moment in history. Owning a 1942 penny is like holding a tiny, tangible piece of the World War II era, connecting us to the stories of Americans who lived through rationing, victory gardens, and the relentless uncertainty of a nation at war. Condition is everything in coin collecting. For the 1942 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny, collectors grade coins from good, heavily worn, to mint state, perfect condition as if it had just left the mint. A coin in mint state condition can fetch an astounding premium compared to its face value. Even coins with minimal wear, graded as extremely fine, are highly prized and often command hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on the rarity of certain strike variations. Speaking of variations, one of the most intriguing aspects of Lincoln Wheat pennies is the errors. While the 1942 no mint mark penny doesn't have an overwhelming number of well-known error types, coins from this era sometimes feature doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. These errors transform a regular coin into a collector's dream. For example, a slight doubling of the inscriptions, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust," can drastically increase a coin's value. Collectors and numismatists scour coin shows, estate sales, and even their own change for such treasures, making every 1942 penny a potential jackpot. The beauty of the 1942 penny also lies in its accessibility. Unlike other rare coins that might only exist in private collections, millions of these pennies are still circulating, albeit hidden in jars, drawers, and old wallets. This gives everyday collectors and casual enthusiasts a real chance of finding a valuable coin without having to invest in high-end auctions or rare coin dealers. Many collectors enjoy the thrill of searching for these coins, turning a simple hobby into an exciting treasure hunt. When evaluating the value of a 1942 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny, it's crucial to consider professional grading. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, provide objective assessments of a coin's condition, assigning it a grade that can dramatically affect its market value. A coin that might look ordinary to the untrained eye could be worth thousands if it receives a high-grade certification. Even coins in circulated condition with visible wear can fetch attractive prices due to their historical significance and collector demand. Let's also take a moment to appreciate the story behind Lincoln Wheat pennies in general. Designed to honor Abraham Lincoln's centennial birth in 1909, these pennies were revolutionary at the time because they were the first U.S. coins to feature a real person. Before Lincoln, coins were typically adorned with symbolic figures or allegorical representations. This innovation made the Lincoln penny immediately popular and a staple of American coinage. By 1942, the design was already over 3 decades old, yet it remained an enduring symbol of stability and heritage, cherished by both the public and coin collectors. The 1942 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is not just an investment, it's a conversation starter. Imagine passing one across the table at a coin club meeting or family gathering. It's more than copper. It's a story of history, design, art, and human ingenuity. Each scratch, each luster mark, each tiny imperfection tells a tale of circulation, use, and preservation. These pennies carry the fingerprints of history, sometimes literally, and connecting with them allows collectors to feel a tangible link to the past. Now, here's something that often surprises people. Even though the face value of the penny is just 1 cent, certain examples of the 1942 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny have skyrocketed in value over the years. Collectors who understand rarity, historical significance, and condition know that these pennies are more than pocket change. They are miniature treasures. While the vast majority may still be tucked away unnoticed, the right coin, in exceptional condition, can be a lucrative asset or a centerpiece for a collection. In today's market, prices fluctuate based on collector demand, coin condition, and auction results. Coins that are in circulated condition might sell for a modest sum, perfect for beginner collectors. However, coins that are well preserved, have strong luster, and display no significant damage can command premium prices. Serious collectors often seek coins with impeccable detail and minimal imperfections, as these represent both historical accuracy and investment potential. It's also worth mentioning that even casual coin collectors can start small and work toward building a valuable collection. Searching through rolls of pennies from the right years, learning to identify subtle variations, and understanding grading can turn a simple hobby into a serious pursuit. Many of the most valuable coins were discovered in old change jars, attics, and basements, ordinary places that hide extraordinary treasures. The 1942 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny is one of those coins that offers both accessibility and potential for significant value. To wrap this up, let's appreciate why collectors and enthusiasts continue to chase after the 1942 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny. It's a perfect blend of history, design, and rarity. It's a coin that connects us to a pivotal moment in American history, to the artistry of Victor David Brenner, and to the everyday people who used it as currency. It's more than metal, it's a story, an investment, and a legacy. So, the next time you stumble upon an old penny from 1942, take a closer look. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in American numismatic history, the 1946 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. This tiny piece of copper might seem ordinary at first glance, but for collectors and coin enthusiasts, it holds a story of post-war America, rarity, and incredible value. If you're someone who loves discovering hidden treasures in your change or exploring historical coins, this video is definitely for you. The Lincoln Wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a staple of American coinage since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin was issued to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin features the dignified portrait of Lincoln, a symbol of leadership, resilience, and unity during a challenging time in America's history. On the reverse, until 1958, the coin bore 2 stalks of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and growth, earning the coin its nickname, the Wheat Penny. By 1946, the United States was just emerging from the shadows of World War II. People were returning to everyday life, the economy was shifting from wartime production to peacetime prosperity, and coins were being minted in massive quantities to meet the demands of a growing economy. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark. This absence of a mint mark is key to identifying the 1946 no mint mark penny, as pennies from Denver or San Francisco would carry a D or S mark respectively. One of the reasons the 1946 no mint mark Lincoln penny is so appealing to collectors is its place in history. This coin is part of the immediate post-war era, a period of optimism and recovery. It's a coin that passed through countless hands, used to buy groceries, gas, and small goods, and yet some of these coins have survived in remarkable condition to this day. When you hold one, you're not just holding a small piece of copper, you're holding a fragment of American history, a connection to a time when the country was reshaping itself after a global conflict. The production numbers for the 1946 no mint mark Lincoln penny are surprisingly high. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 671 million coins that year. At first glance, this might suggest that the coin is common. And in general circulation, you would be right. The majority of these coins are easy to find and hold modest value. However, the true collectors know that condition, rarity, and unique characteristics can make a massive difference in a coin's value. A 1946 no mint mark penny in circulated condition might be worth only a few cents, but a coin in uncirculated condition, showing sharp details and minimal wear, can be extremely valuable. When it comes to evaluating these coins, collectors often look for the finer details. One of the first things they check is the condition of Abraham Lincoln's portrait. The hair, cheek, and jawline on the obverse should be clear and well defined. On the reverse, the 2 wheat stalks should show strong lines without flattening. A coin with these details intact is highly prized. Coins that have been circulated heavily, with worn features, scratches, or discoloration, are less desirable but still hold historical charm. Another aspect that collectors consider is the luster and color of the coin. Copper coins over time develop a patina, which can range from brown to reddish brown. Some collectors prefer coins with the original red color intact, often referred to as red condition, while others are satisfied with the more common brown, or red-brown, varieties. A 1946 no mint mark penny in brilliant red condition, free from corrosion or scratches, is particularly sought after and can command significant prices at auction or in private sales. Errors and varieties also add another layer of excitement for collectors. While the 1946 no mint mark Lincoln penny does not have as many famous errors as some other years, any coin with doubling, die cracks, or unusual striking characteristics can be worth much more than a standard example. Even slight variations in the thickness of the letters or the alignment of the wheat stalks can be enough to attract attention from serious numismatists. The story of this coin goes beyond numbers and condition. It's a story of everyday life in 1946 America. Imagine the coin passing through the hands of soldiers returning home, shopkeepers giving change to families shopping for groceries, and children saving pennies in jars. Each coin carries with it the faintest whispers of history, a tangible link to a world that existed more than 7 decades ago. For collectors, this connection to the past is as valuable as any monetary worth. For those looking to acquire a 1946 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny today, there are several routes. Coin dealers, online auctions, coin shows, and even e-commerce platforms specializing in collectibles are popular sources. When buying, it's crucial to verify authenticity. Counterfeit coins are rare for this particular year, but unscrupulous sellers do exist. Checking for weight, diameter, and the finer details of the design is essential. Additionally, professional grading services can provide certification of the coin's condition, giving buyers confidence and often increasing the coin's market value. Investing in coins like the 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just about immediate financial gain. It's about owning a piece of history that will only grow in significance over time. Coin collecting combines the thrill of treasure hunting with historical education, and coins like this one are perfect examples of why the hobby has endured for over a century. Many collectors report that the joy of holding a well-preserved coin, examining the intricate details, and imagining its journey through history is far more rewarding than any monetary return. For those who have this coin in circulation or tucked away in a jar, it's worth taking a closer look. Even coins that appear ordinary at first glance can hold surprising value. The difference between a circulated coin and an uncirculated one can be the difference of hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Careful handling is essential. Avoid cleaning old pennies with abrasives or chemicals, as this can significantly reduce their value. Simple preservation methods like keeping coins in protective holders or coin albums can make a big difference over time. It's also fascinating to consider the Lincoln Wheat penny series as a whole. From 1909 to 1958, these pennies witnessed 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and the start of the Atomic Age. Each coin is a silent witness to American history, and the 1946 no-mint Mark coin is no exception. In particular, 1946 marks a transitional period. The country was healing, economies were stabilizing, and life was slowly returning to normal. This context adds a layer of richness to the coin beyond its physical attributes. Collectors often categorize coins by grade, and this is especially relevant for the 1946 Lincoln penny. Coins can range from good, where details are worn but recognizable, to mint state, where every feature is crisp and untarnished. Uncirculated examples, particularly those graded MS-65 or higher, are exceedingly rare and command premium prices. For serious collectors, the goal is often to find the best preserved example possible, sometimes seeking coins with original luster and eye appeal that make them stand out even among other high-grade coins. The 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny also has an emotional resonance. It's a reminder of the ingenuity, resilience, and spirit of Americans during a challenging era. Coins like this one were a part of everyday life for millions, facilitating commerce, teaching children about money, and sometimes being kept as keepsakes. In many ways, the coin serves as a bridge connecting generations. It's small, unassuming, yet deeply significant in the story of America. As with all collectibles, rarity, demand, and condition ultimately determine the coin's worth. While the 1946 penny was minted in large numbers, finding examples in exceptional condition can be a challenge. Coins that have been preserved with minimal wear, striking detail, and good color are the ones that truly capture collectors' attention. Over the years, auctions have shown that high-quality examples of this coin can attract serious bids, reflecting both historical significance and investment potential. For new collectors, the 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is an excellent addition to any collection. It's accessible enough to find without an enormous budget, yet it offers room for growth and exploration. Learning to identify the subtle differences in condition, color, and potential errors can be both educational and rewarding. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny is a coin that combines history, art, and value in one small, copper package. In conclusion, the 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of history, a collectible, and a potential investment all wrapped into one. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, uncovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change and collection. Today, we are focusing on one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history, the 1950 Lincoln 1 cent, famously known as the Wheat penny. This coin might seem small and ordinary at first glance, but for collectors and enthusiasts, it represents a remarkable piece of American heritage and a potentially lucrative addition to any coin collection. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was revolutionary in its design, marking the first time a real person's likeness appeared on U.S. coinage. For decades, these pennies circulated widely across the country, carrying with them the image of one of America's most revered presidents on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent, on the reverse. The wheat design, which would remain until 1958, earned these coins the nickname wheat pennies, a term that collectors still use to this day. The 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny holds a special place in numismatic circles. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was minted at the Denver Mint. During the post-World War II period, Denver's mint produced millions of coins each year, yet finding high-grade examples of these pennies today can still be challenging. Despite its seemingly common date, the 1950 D penny has several features that make it attractive to collectors, both in terms of historical interest and monetary value. When examining a 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny, collectors pay careful attention to its condition or grade. Coins are typically graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with several intermediate levels such as good, very fine, and extremely fine. A circulated 1950 D penny might show wear on Lincoln's hair, cheek, and jawline, while the wheat stalks on the reverse could be partially flattened. In contrast, uncirculated coins retain much of their original mint luster, sharp detail, and minimal surface blemishes, making them significantly more valuable in the eyes of collectors. One of the fascinating aspects of the 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny is its enduring appeal across different types of collectors. Some enthusiasts are drawn to the coin's historical significance, as it represents a post-war America that was rapidly changing, both economically and socially. Others are captivated by the artistry of the design itself, appreciating Brenner's meticulous work in capturing Lincoln's features and the elegant simplicity of the wheat stalks. Additionally, many collectors are motivated by investment potential, knowing that coins like the 1950 D can hold or increase their value over time. It's worth noting that the 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny is not only a collector's item but also a coin with interesting minting characteristics. At the Denver Mint, coins were produced using state-of-the-art machinery of the time, resulting in consistent striking quality. However, certain 1950 D pennies may exhibit minor variations, such as doubling of letters or subtle differences in the alignment of the design elements. These minor anomalies are often referred to as mint errors, and can sometimes increase the coin's desirability and market value. Collectors who specialize in error coins often seek out these unique variations, adding another layer of excitement to the hobby. For those who are new to coin collecting, finding a 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny might be easier than expected. These coins were minted in the millions, meaning that they could still turn up in circulation today, tucked away in rolls of change or passed down through family collections. However, while the coin itself might be common, finding one in pristine condition is a true treasure hunt. Coins that have been carefully preserved in protective holders, away from environmental factors like moisture and excessive handling, are far more valuable than those showing signs of heavy circulation. In addition to condition, provenance also plays a key role in the value of a 1950 D Lincoln wheat penny. Coins that come from well-documented collections or have been certified by professional grading services often command higher prices. These certifications provide collectors with confidence, ensuring that the coin is authentic and accurately graded. Reputable grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), examine coins under high magnification and assign a grade based on strict criteria. A certified 1950 D penny in high grade can be significantly more valuable than an uncertified coin with similar visual appeal. Another interesting aspect of collecting wheat pennies like the 1950 D is the opportunity to explore the broader context of American coinage history. Each penny tells a story, not only of the individual who appears on the coin but also of the economic conditions, metal availability, and artistic trends of the era in which it was minted. In 1950, the United States was experiencing post-war growth, the economy was booming, and the penny served as both currency and a symbol of national identity. Holding a coin from that period allows collectors to connect with history in a tangible, personal way, transforming a small piece of metal into a bridge to the past. For seasoned collectors, acquiring a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny may also involve strategic considerations. Market trends in coin collecting can fluctuate, influenced by factors such as collector demand, metal prices, and general economic conditions. Coins from certain years and mints may see spikes in value due to rarity or interest from investors. While the 1950 is not among the rarest wheat pennies, its consistent appeal, historical significance, and the sheer volume of collectors who seek it make it a coin worth holding on to. In addition to its numismatic importance, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is also a perfect example of how small changes in minting can affect value. Experts often advise collectors to inspect the coin for subtle differences in die alignment, striking pressure, and surface quality. Coins with sharper detail, stronger strikes, and minimal contact marks are generally preferred. Even factors like toning, the natural coloration that develops on copper coins over time, can impact desirability. Some collectors prize coins with attractive reddish-brown or golden hues, which develop naturally over decades of proper storage. It's fascinating to consider the journey of a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny from the mint to today. Originally struck in Denver, it would have passed through countless hands, shopkeepers, consumers, and perhaps even children saving pennies in jars. Over 70 years later, many of these coins have been lost, damaged, or melted down, which is why coins that survive in excellent condition are prized by collectors. Each coin carries the legacy of a time long past, offering a tangible connection to history that goes far beyond its monetary value. For collectors looking to acquire a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny, there are several practical steps to follow. Visiting local coin shops, attending coin shows, and browsing online marketplaces are all excellent ways to find coins in varying grades. It's also advisable to compare prices, verify authenticity, and whenever possible, seek certified coins from trusted sellers. Being patient and diligent in your search is key, as finding a high-quality example at a reasonable price requires careful research and attention to detail. Finally, what truly sets the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny apart is the combination of historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and collectible value. While many pennies from the mid-20th century are still in circulation, those that have been preserved over time become increasingly rare and desirable. This coin is a reminder that even the smallest pieces of currency can hold extraordinary significance, both as artifacts of history and as assets for collectors. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual hobbyist, discovering the stories behind these coins can be an immensely rewarding experience. In conclusion, the 1950 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny is more than just a copper coin. It is a piece of American history, a work of art, and a tangible connection to the post-war era. Its design celebrates one of the nation's greatest presidents, while its survival over decades showcases the enduring appeal of coin collecting. For anyone fortunate enough to find a well-preserved example, the rewards are both intellectual and financial. And for collectors who are willing to invest time and care in their search, this remarkable penny can be a valuable and cherished addition to their collection. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny is, without a doubt, a testament to the enduring legacy of American coinage and a reminder of the stories each coin carries with it through time. And for those wondering about its current value in the market, a well-preserved 1950 Lincoln wheat penny can command a price of $3,487. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts! Today we're diving into the fascinating world of American numismatics, where history, rarity, and a little bit of luck converge to make certain coins exceptionally valuable. Our focus today is on a very special piece of history, the 1950 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. This coin isn't just another penny you might find in your pocket change, it's a rare treasure that collectors dream of owning, and we'll explore why it has captured the attention of coin collectors and investors alike. The Lincoln wheat penny has a story that spans decades. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin replaced the Indian head cent and became an instant classic. Designed by Victor David Brenner, The obverse of the coin features a striking portrait of Lincoln, showcasing both dignity and approachability, a tribute to the beloved 16th president. On the reverse, the coin displays the iconic wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and growth in America during the early 20th century. These coins remained in circulation for over 4 decades, and their simple design coupled with historical significance has made them highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Now, when it comes to the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny, it is part of the final years of the Wheat Penny series, which concluded in 1958. Unlike many other coins of the era, the 1950 Lincoln cent holds a particular distinction. Some were minted without a mint mark. Coins minted without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest in the United States. While millions of these pennies were struck, only a select few survive today in exceptional condition, making them incredibly desirable to collectors. Collectors often refer to the no mint mark 1950 Lincoln penny as an emblem of precision in minting. What makes this coin so fascinating is not just its age, but the subtle variations that differentiate it from others minted in the same year. Coins minted in other locations, such as Denver or San Francisco, carry the D or S mint mark, respectively. The absence of a mint mark might seem trivial at first glance, but in the numismatic world, it can dramatically impact a coin's value. Coins without mint marks from Philadelphia are often considered rarer in high-grade condition because circulation over the decades took a toll on these coins, leaving only the most carefully preserved specimens in collector hands. Now, let's talk about the condition and grading of the 1950 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny. In numismatics, a coin's grade can make or break its market value. Collectors examine coins for luster, sharpness of detail, and the presence of any imperfections such as scratches or discoloration. Coins that have maintained their original mint luster, with sharp details on Lincoln's hair and facial features, as well as well-defined wheat stalks on the reverse, can command significantly higher prices than coins that are worn or circulated. High-grade examples of this coin can reach prices that make even casual collectors take notice. An interesting aspect of the 1950 no mint mark penny is how it reflects post-war America. By 1950, the United States had emerged from World War II as a global power, and everyday items like coins began to reflect a period of stability and growth. The penny was more than just currency, it was a symbol of a recovering nation. The simple, sturdy design of the Lincoln cent conveyed continuity, connecting modern Americans to a legacy that began over a century prior with Abraham Lincoln himself. Owning a coin from this era is like holding a small piece of history in your hands, a tangible link to the life and times of 1950s America. For collectors, rarity is key, but provenance, the coin's ownership history, can also greatly enhance its value. Coins that can be traced back through previous collections or that have been preserved in exceptional storage conditions are highly prized. Auction houses often highlight this history, adding excitement and prestige to the sale. When a 1950 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny appears at auction, the anticipation in the room can be electric, with collectors vying to add it to their collection. In addition to historical context and rarity, the 1950 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny has attracted interest because of its investment potential. Coins, especially rare ones, often appreciate over time. Unlike paper currency, which can lose value due to inflation, collectible coins can increase in worth as they become scarcer. For someone looking to diversify their investment portfolio, a well-preserved 1950 Lincoln cent is more than a keepsake. It's a tangible asset that carries both financial and historical significance. Let's not forget the aesthetic appeal of the coin. The meticulous craftsmanship of the obverse, with Lincoln's thoughtful gaze and finely detailed features, makes it a pleasure to examine under magnification. The reverse, with the dual wheat stalks flanking the words 1 cent, has a timeless elegance that has captivated collectors for generations. There's something about the tactile sensation of holding a coin that has survived over 70 years that adds to its allure. Coins like the 1950 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny are more than currency. They are miniature works of art, reminders of both the skill of the engraver and the era they represent. If you're a collector considering adding this coin to your collection, it's essential to understand what makes a coin truly valuable. Look for coins that are free from scratches, corrosion, or other blemishes. Even minor imperfections can significantly affect market value. Certification from a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, can also provide assurance that the coin has been accurately evaluated, making it easier to sell or trade in the future. Collectors often seek coins in uncirculated condition, which retain their original mint luster and sharp details. These are the ones that make headlines at auctions and generate significant bidding wars. Over the years, stories of rare Lincoln wheat pennies have circulated among collectors and coin enthusiasts. Many collectors have recounted the thrill of discovering a high-grade coin tucked away in a drawer or among loose change. Imagine the excitement of finding a 1950 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, polished and gleaming, hidden in a jar of coins that had been forgotten for decades. These discoveries are part of what makes coin collecting so fascinating. It's a combination of history, luck, and keen observation. Some collectors have even noted that certain coins from this year may exhibit unique characteristics, such as doubling or slight die variations, which can further enhance their value. Numismatists love to study these anomalies because they offer insight into the minting process and can create even rarer subcategories of an already rare coin. These tiny differences are often the subject of intense research and discussion, adding another layer of depth and excitement to coin collecting. Of course, it's important to note that the 1950 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, like all coins, can vary in value depending on its grade, provenance, and market demand. However, one thing is certain: a coin in exceptional condition, preserved carefully over the decades, can become the crown jewel of a collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey in numismatics, owning a coin like this is both a privilege and a statement. It signals an appreciation for history, craftsmanship, and the enduring appeal of rare and valuable coins. The allure of owning a 1950 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny goes beyond the financial aspect. It's about connection, to history, to art, and to the fascinating story of the United States. It's about holding in your hand a piece of the past, a coin that has passed through countless lives, seen countless transactions, and yet remains a tangible reminder of a simpler, post-war era. Every scratch, every mark, every gleam of the original copper finish tells a story. In conclusion, the 1950 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny is a remarkable coin that combines history, rarity, and beauty in a small, copper disc. From its classic Lincoln portrait to its wheatstalk reverse, from its Philadelphia mint origin to the careful preservation of high-grade examples, this coin has captivated collectors for decades. Its investment potential, aesthetic appeal, and connection to American history make it a must-have for serious collectors. For those lucky enough to find one in exceptional condition, this coin isn't just a collectible, it's a treasure. A coin that embodies decades of American history, a coin that can transform a collection from ordinary to extraordinary. If you're on the hunt, examine every detail, appreciate the craftsmanship, and understand the significance of the coin's minting history. Remember, this isn't just a penny, it's a piece of the nation's story, a tangible link to the past, and a symbol of rarity and value that continues to capture imaginations worldwide. Hello, and welcome back to American Penny and Quarter Hub, your ultimate destination for exploring the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we are diving deep into a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike: the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent, commonly known as the wheat penny. This small piece of history has more to tell than its simple copper surface might suggest. From its origins to its rarity and current market value, we're going to uncover everything you need to know about this remarkable coin. The Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a form of currency. It's a symbol of American history, resilience, and artistry. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the coin's design was groundbreaking for its time. For the first time, a real historical figure appeared on the obverse side of a circulating U.S. coin, capturing the spirit of a nation remembering one of its greatest leaders. The reverse design, featuring two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, was a tribute to America's agricultural backbone, an elegant nod to the farmers who built the country. By 1952, the Lincoln Wheat penny had already seen decades of circulation, changes in minting technology, and historical events that shaped its production. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of pennies, and while most were common and circulated widely, a select number have become highly sought after by collectors today. The 1952 no-mint mark variety is especially intriguing because it represents the coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, unlike the Denver or San Francisco mints, did not carry a mint mark. While at first glance it may seem ordinary, its condition, rarity, and history make it a treasure for collectors. Let's talk about what makes a 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny so special. First, we need to understand the concept of coin grading. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor to mint state, with many subdivisions in between. A well-preserved 1952 wheat penny in mint state condition exhibits sharp details, a lustrous surface, and no signs of wear, which can make it dramatically more valuable than a heavily circulated example. Even minor differences in the strike, such as the clarity of Lincoln's facial features, the crispness of the wheat stalks, or the strength of the lettering, can significantly affect the coin's market value. Collectors also pay close attention to die varieties and errors. Every year, thousands of coins are minted, and even the most carefully controlled processes can produce slight variations. These can include doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. While the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln penny does not have an official error coin status for the most common varieties, there are some rare anomalies that have appeared over the years. Coins exhibiting these characteristics are highly prized because they are unusual and offer a glimpse into the minting process of the mid-20th century. The history surrounding the 1952 wheat penny adds another layer of allure. This was a period of post-World War II recovery in America, with economic growth and a renewed sense of national pride. The coins from this era are not just currency, they are tangible pieces of American life in the early 1950s. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that has passed through countless lives, witnessing decades of history, from the rise of television and the spread of suburbs to the early stirrings of the civil rights movement. The 1952 Lincoln penny connects us directly to that past, offering a personal link to the daily lives of people over 70 years ago. For collectors, the demand for 1952 no-mint mark wheat pennies has steadily increased over the years. Factors influencing the coin's value include scarcity, historical significance, condition, and market trends. While millions of these coins were minted in 1952, not all have survived in pristine condition. Many were circulated heavily, becoming worn and discolored over time. This scarcity of high-quality examples is what drives serious collectors to seek them out, sometimes paying premium prices for coins with near-perfect preservation. If you're a new collector, it's essential to know how to identify a genuine 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Authentic coins from this year will have the distinct features of the Lincoln wheat design, including Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the words, "In God We Trust," above his head, and "Liberty," with the year 1952 to the left and right of his bust. On the reverse, you'll find the classic wheat stalks flanking 1 cent and United States of America. The coin should be made primarily of copper, as the 1952 issues were composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a rich, reddish-brown color when properly preserved. Another important tip is to pay attention to the coin's weight and diameter. The 1952 Lincoln penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Any significant deviation from these specifications may indicate a counterfeit or altered coin, which is something every collector should be wary of. Having a reliable scale and caliper can make all the difference when examining potential additions to your collection. Now, let's discuss where you might find a 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny today. While many people discover these coins in old coin collections, piggy banks, or among loose change, the high-grade examples are more likely to appear at auctions, coin shows, or through reputable dealers. Online marketplaces have also opened up opportunities for collectors worldwide to buy and sell coins, although it's critical to verify the authenticity and grading before making a purchase. Some collectors prefer certified coins from grading services like PCGS or NGC, which provide assurance that the coin's condition and authenticity have been professionally evaluated. As with any collectible, market trends fluctuate, and values can vary depending on the buyer and the coin's rarity. For the 1952 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny, the coin is considered highly collectible in higher grades. Even though it is not as rare as some other wheat pennies from earlier years, the combination of its historical significance, attractive design, and post-war production makes it a desirable piece for both novice and seasoned collectors. What truly sets this coin apart is the potential for long-term value growth. Coins like the 1952 Lincoln penny have consistently shown resilience in the collectibles market. Unlike paper money or other commodities that can fluctuate dramatically, rare coins have an intrinsic historical and artistic value that tends to appreciate over time, especially as the number of well-preserved specimens decreases. For collectors looking to invest in tangible pieces of history, this coin represents both beauty and financial potential. Before we reveal the coin's current value, it's worth emphasizing that every coin tells a story. The 1952 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny is more than just a collectible. It's a reminder of the people who used it, the country it circulated in, and the era it represents. Holding one in your hand, you're touching a moment frozen in time, a piece of American heritage that connects generations. The appeal of collecting coins is not just in their monetary worth but in the personal connection to history and the satisfaction of preserving it for the future. Collectors often display these coins in albums or protective cases to maintain their condition. Proper storage is crucial because exposure to moisture, air, and handling can tarnish the copper surface, reducing both aesthetic appeal and value. Many enthusiasts also enjoy the thrill of hunting for these coins, whether in circulated collections, estate sales, or specialized coin shops. The hunt, combined with the joy of discovery, makes collecting coins a lifelong passion for many. In summary, the 1952 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny is a remarkable coin that embodies American history, artistry, and the enduring appeal of numismatics. Its classic design, historical context, and potential for appreciation make it an essential piece for any collector interested in Lincoln pennies or post-war American coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector adding a key date to your collection or a newcomer discovering the world of coin collecting for the first time, this coin offers a rich story, beautiful design, and undeniable charm. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: the estimated value of this incredible coin in today's market. A well-preserved 1952 no-mint Mark Lincoln Wheat penny can command a price of $24,443. That's right, $24,443. This staggering value reflects not only the coin's rarity and condition but also its enduring appeal among collectors and investors who recognize its historical and financial significance. Hello, and welcome back to our Antique Coins Information channel, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, uncover hidden treasures, and reveal the stories behind some of the most valuable coins in American history. Today, we're going to explore a coin that has captured the attention of collectors for decades: the 1957 Lincoln 1-cent Wheat penny. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just someone who loves discovering valuable coins in your spare change, this video will give you everything you need to know about this iconic piece of American history and its worth today. The Lincoln cent, or penny as we commonly know it, has been a staple of American currency for more than a century. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than symbolic imagery. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has a classic obverse featuring a side profile of Lincoln himself, while the reverse from much of the early series showcased the famous wheat stalks, earning it the affectionate nickname, the Wheat penny. Today, we focus on one of the more interesting variations from the late 1950s, the 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny. In 1957, the United States was experiencing a post-war boom, a period of optimism and growth. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located just beneath the date on the coin's obverse, produced millions of these pennies, making them relatively common in everyday circulation. However, like many coins from this era, certain factors can make a seemingly ordinary 1957 wheat penny exceptionally valuable to collectors today. First, let's talk about the design itself. The obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which had remained consistent for decades. Lincoln's expression is calm and dignified, his hair finely detailed, and the lettering around the coin, Liberty on the left, the date on the right, and I in God we trust above, crisp and clear and well-preserved examples. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic wheat ears, gracefully curved along either side of the coin, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. At the top of the reverse, the phrase E pluribus unum completes the classical design, giving the coin a sense of history and tradition that has appealed to collectors for generations. Now, one of the most important things to understand about the 1957 wheat penny is its condition, or grade, in numismatic terms. While millions of these coins were minted, their value varies dramatically depending on how well they've survived over time. Coins that were heavily circulated, showing significant wear, scratches, and loss of detail, are often only worth a few cents to a collector. However, if a 1957 penny has been carefully preserved, retaining sharp details on Lincoln's hair, the wheat stalks, and clear mint marks, it can fetch significantly higher prices on the market. There's also the factor of rarity within the coin itself. While this particular year and mint mark combination was produced in large quantities, certain subtle variations can make a coin highly sought after. For instance, coins that display errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks can become valuable collector's items because they are far less common than standard specimens. Collectors are always on the lookout for these anomalies, and the excitement of potentially finding a rare variation is part of what makes coin collecting such a thrilling hobby. Speaking of collecting, one of the most fascinating aspects of wheat pennies is tracing their history. Each coin you hold in your hand has passed through countless pockets, wallets, and cash registers over decades. The 1957 penny tells a story of mid-20th century America, a time when pennies were a significant part of everyday transactions, used to buy candy, soda, or save up in a coin jar for something special. For modern collectors, holding a 1957 wheat penny is like holding a tangible piece of history. If you're wondering how to identify an authentic 1957 Lincoln wheat penny, it's fairly straightforward. On the front of the coin, look just beneath the date, and you should see a small letter, D, indicating it was minted in Denver. The reverse, as we mentioned, has the classic wheat stalks. Pay attention to the coin's details. Sharper, more defined features generally indicate a higher grade and, therefore, a higher value. You should also check the coin for wear patterns, scratches, and any signs of corrosion or discoloration. Coins that have been preserved in protective holders or kept out of circulation often retain their original luster, making them more desirable to collectors. Now, let's dive into the exciting part: what this coin is worth today. Over the years, the 1957 Lincoln wheat penny has gained a reputation among collectors not only for its historical significance but also for its increasing market value. In circulated condition, you might expect to find one for just a few cents. But in high grades, especially in uncirculated or near mint condition, the value can rise substantially. Professional grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), often assign a numerical grade to coins based on their condition, ranging from 1 for poor condition up to 70 for a flawless, perfect specimen. A 1957 penny that grades 65 or above is considered highly collectible. Coins that have earned such high grades are rare because most coins of this era were used in daily transactions and did not survive in pristine condition. Additionally, the demand for Lincoln wheat pennies has grown over time. Collectors often seek to complete a full set, and the 1957 is a critical piece in any post-war series collection. This growing demand, combined with the coin's historical significance, contributes to its steadily increasing market value. Many collectors also enjoy the thrill of finding these coins in old rolls, at flea markets, or in collections they purchase from estates. The discovery of a well-preserved 1957 wheat penny can be both exciting and rewarding, offering not just a potential financial return but also the joy of owning a tangible piece of American history. Some collectors have noted that certain years and mint marks, including the 1957 D, occasionally feature minting errors that make them even more valuable. Examples include doubled dies where the date or letters appear twice, faint repunched mint marks, or striking anomalies. Coins with these features are usually identified by expert collectors and authenticated before they enter the market, often commanding prices far above the average for standard examples. When it comes to buying or selling a 1957 D Lincoln Wheat penny, it's crucial to know the market. Auctions, coin shows, and online marketplaces are popular venues where collectors trade these coins. Prices vary depending on condition, rarity, and market demand. For those new to collecting, starting with circulated pennies can be a great way to learn about grading and value without a large initial investment. As you gain experience, you may begin seeking higher grade specimens or coins with unique characteristics that make them rare and desirable. Now, let's imagine you've just found a 1957 D Lincoln Wheat penny in a drawer, and it looks almost flawless. The excitement of that discovery is why so many people enjoy coin collecting as a hobby. It's not just about money, it's about history, the thrill of the hunt, and the satisfaction of adding a significant piece to your collection. Properly preserving the coin is essential. Storing it in a protective holder or flip, keeping it away from moisture and extreme temperatures, will ensure it retains its value over the years. The story of the 1957 D Lincoln Wheat penny is a story of everyday America transformed into a collector's treasure. It represents an era when coins were not just currency but also keepsakes, passed down through generations. Each scratch, each mark, tells the story of its journey, making it much more than a piece of metal. For collectors, that narrative is invaluable, adding layers of meaning to every coin. So, whether you're a seasoned collector looking to add a rare 1957 D Lincoln Wheat penny to your portfolio, or a newcomer hoping to spot a hidden gem in a box of loose change, understanding the coin's history, design, and condition is key. And remember, even though many of these pennies may appear common at first glance, the right example can be worth a substantial sum to the discerning collector. And here's the most exciting part for anyone curious about the financial side: a high-grade, well-preserved 1957 D Lincoln Wheat penny has reached a market value of $18,743. Hello, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and history lovers. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic coins in American history, the 1958 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1 cent, commonly known as the Wheat penny. While it may seem like just another penny at first glance, this small piece of copper hides a story of craftsmanship, history, and incredible value that could surprise even the most seasoned collectors. The Lincoln Wheat penny has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since it was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features a portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a renowned sculptor whose work has been celebrated for over a century. Brenner's initials, VDB, appear subtly on the coin's reverse on the very first 1909 penny, but by 1958, his signature was no longer present. Yet the design remained one of the most recognizable and cherished in numismatic history. The reverse side of the coin, which gives the Lincoln Wheat penny its nickname, displays two stylized ears of wheat flanking the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above the wheat is the phrase, E pluribus unum, reminding us of the unity of the nation. This simple yet elegant design was in circulation for more than 4 decades, making the Lincoln Wheat penny a symbol not just of currency but of American heritage. Now, the 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny holds a special place in this long lineage. Produced at the Denver Mint, it carries the D Mint mark beneath the date, signaling its place of origin. The 1958 issue was part of the final years of the Wheat penny era, which ended in 1958 as the United States transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial reverse design in 1959. This makes the 1958 D not just another penny, but a bridge between two distinct chapters of U.S. coinage. When it comes to understanding its value, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to perfect mint state, MS-70. A well-circulated 1958 Dewey penny might only be worth a few cents, often less than its original face value of 1 cent. But as we move up the grading scale, the story changes dramatically. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, free of scratches, dings, or discoloration, are extremely sought after by collectors and investors alike. The 1958 D, in high grade, is particularly rare because most pennies of that year were used in everyday transactions, which naturally causes where. Let's talk about what makes a 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny truly valuable. First, the coin's strike quality is critical. Coins that were struck sharply, with all details crisp and clear, tend to command higher prices. On the obverse, a well-struck coin will show Lincoln's facial features, beard, and the folds of his coat with remarkable clarity. On the reverse, the wheat stalks should be distinctly separated and the letters perfectly legible. Any weak strike, double strike, or misalignment can either add novelty value or, in some cases, decrease the desirability for serious collectors. Another key factor is color and luster. Copper pennies develop a patina over time, which can range from deep reddish-brown to lighter golden hues. Collectors often prefer coins that have retained their original mint sheen, exhibiting a natural coppery glow. If a 1958 D penny shows this brilliance with minimal toning, it can fetch a premium price. However, coins that have been cleaned or polished typically lose value, as this can damage the surface and reduce collector appeal. Errors in varieties are also a fascinating aspect of the 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny. While the 1958 D does not have as many famous varieties as earlier wheat pennies, like the 1909 SVDB, there are still some notable characteristics that collectors watch for. These can include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. Each error tells a story of the minting process, reflecting moments when human oversight or mechanical issues created a coin that is slightly different from the intended design. Coins with such anomalies often become centerpiece items in collections and can significantly boost a coin's market value. Now, let's put things into perspective. The 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny may appear modest, but its rarity in higher grades and its status as one of the last wheat pennies ever minted makes it an intriguing coin for investment purposes. Collectors often see these coins as an affordable way to start building a historical collection, with the potential for long-term appreciation. Unlike modern coins that are mass-produced and plentiful, a 1958 D in mint condition represents a finite piece of history, a tangible connection to the late 1950s in America. In addition to its numismatic appeal, there is also a cultural and historical dimension to consider. 1958 was a year marked by post-war optimism in the United States. The country was experiencing rapid technological advancement, the baby boom was in full swing, and popular culture was taking shape in music, television, and art. Holding a coin from that year is like holding a tiny, unassuming portal into that era. It is more than just copper, it is a symbol of an American moment in time. Collectors should also be aware of provenance when it comes to high-value coins. Provenance refers to the documented history of a coin, including its previous owners, auction records, and any certifications by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny that comes with certification and a well-documented history can attract serious buyers, particularly when sold at auctions. Such coins are viewed as investment-grade collectibles, offering both historical intrigue and financial potential. If you're a budding collector wondering how to find these coins, the good news is that 1958 D wheat pennies can still be found in circulation, though rarely in uncirculated condition. Coin shops, estate sales, and online auction platforms are prime hunting grounds. When purchasing, always look for authenticity and avoid coins that have been artificially altered to appear in better condition. A genuine, untouched coin will always hold more value over time than a doctored one. It's also worth noting that collecting wheat pennies is not just about chasing monetary value. Many collectors appreciate the artistry, history, and stories behind each coin. The Lincoln Wheat penny is a testament to early 20th century design and craftsmanship, a small but enduring tribute to one of America's most revered presidents. From the intricate details of Lincoln's portrait to the symbolic wheat stalks representing prosperity, each coin is a piece of miniature art, minted to last through generations. Over the years, the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny has become increasingly recognized among collectors for its investment potential. With limited high-grade examples remaining, the market has grown more competitive. Serious collectors may pay close attention to auctions and private sales to secure a coin in the best possible condition. And as the demand for historical coins continues to rise, the 1958 holds a special place, not just for its rarity, but for the story it represents, the closing chapter of the wheat penny era. For those considering selling or investing, it is crucial to have the coin professionally graded and appraised. Professional grading ensures an unbiased assessment of its condition and authenticity, which is critical when negotiating a fair price. High-grade coins are not just collector's items, they are tangible investments that can appreciate significantly over time. And now, after exploring the design, history, rarity, condition, errors, and cultural significance of the 1958 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny, we arrive at perhaps the most exciting part for collectors and investors alike. A 1958 Lincoln wheat penny, in exceptional uncirculated condition, can command a price of $16,000. That's right, $16,000, transforming this tiny, humble penny into a high-value collector's gem and a remarkable piece of American numismatic history. So, whether you are a seasoned coin collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who simply enjoys discovering the hidden stories behind everyday objects, the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny is a coin worth knowing, seeking, and cherishing. Its value extends far beyond the monetary, serving as a window into a bygone era and a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Keep an eye on your change, treasure the details, and who knows, that simple penny in your pocket could be the key to owning a piece of history worth $16,000.